Hello friends, my name is Supriya Mogle. I'm working as an assistant professor at Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. So I am here to discuss about recruitment, which is the main and very important topic in the human resource management. We'll see the meaning. Recruitment is the process of attracting applicants with ability, qualifications, skills, and knowledge which is required for vacancies in the organization. It is really very important word, vacancies, because recruitment means you are going to attract the applicants, that is called recruitment. Okay, so recruitment is the process of attracting applicants with ability, qualifications, skills, and knowledge which is required for vacancies in the organization. It means that engaging required number of people in an organization. Next is sources of recruitment, means how you are going to attract the applicants. Okay, that means sources. So you have vacancy in your organization, but how the candidates will get your information about your vacancy? How will they know that you are having vacancies or you are having that job in your organization? So we have to convey our message that we are having vacancy and we are selecting the employees in our organization. So this comes under the sources of recruitment. There are two types of sources, internal and external. In this source, the selection of personnel has taken place from those who are already on the payroll of the organization. So internal source means you are going to recruit within the organization, and external means outside of the organization. External source of recruitment means the recruitment of an employees from outside sources. Okay, so you have to remember internal within the organization, external outside of the organization. So there are many types in the internal sources and external sources. We'll see in detail. Internal sources, there are five sources. First is transfer, promotion, demotion, layoff, and retired employees. So what is transfer? Transfer means shifting from one department to other. There is no change in prestige, basic salary, or responsibilities. Okay, one employee is working in in one department and he will transfer to the other department, or one employee is working in some Kolhapur branch and he will be transferred in the Sangli branch of the same company. So that is called transfer. Here his responsibilities are not going to change, the responsibility will be same, the role will be same. Okay, so next is promotion. Promotion means shifting from lower authority to higher authority. Means here a person suppose a person is working as an junior accountant and he gets promoted to senior accountant. Here junior to senior means his responsibilities are increased, his prestige, his basic salaries, his roles, duties will increase. That is promotion. Demotion is opposite to the promotion. Here shifting from higher to lower. Shifting from higher to lower means here responsibilities is decreased here. Okay, this method may be used as a punishment or convenience to the employees. Convenience means suppose a person is do not want to uh, do not want to have a promotion, so he is okay with the lower authority, so that is called demotion. Layoff. What is layoff? Due to lack of work, employers are unable to give work to the employees. Okay, suppose there is shortage of raw material, or there is a shortage of water, or there is no electricity for 15 days, or you are not getting the raw material which is important for the manufacturing process. So employer is not going to give the work to the employees. Obviously he mm, uh, obviously he's not giving the work because there is a shortage of work, there is a lack of work, so employers are unable to give the work to the employees. That is called layoff. So a person who is laid off earlier can be continued by the reappointment. Suppose last year I laid off one employee because of shortage of raw material, and I can see the file for whom I have laid off, and from that list I can be recruit him. Then retired employees, the employees who are already retired, you can appoint them by having extension in the service. So these are the internal sources of recruitment. And the next is external sources of recruitment, means outside of the organization. So there are many types. First is advertisement. This is very common method commonly used for recruitment, means you are going to give advertisement in the newspaper, magazines, radio, TV, website, internet, etc., and you are publishing the advertisement through these methods, and then people will know that you have vacancies in organization. Okay, then employment exchange. This is run by government for providing wide range of services to the candidates, and employers, job seekers register their names with the employment exchange, and the information will be provided to the job providers. Then private employment agencies, these are run by professional personnel consultant who provide support to the job seekers. Means these agencies get the information which companies are having vacancies, and they provide this information to the job seekers, and they get the commission or any uh, money regarding recruitment. Then jobbers and contractors, uh, these provide workers who work on daily wages, or you can say blue collar wages workers. So daily wages workers are appointed or are given by jobbers and contractors, and they get commission of it. Factory gate means here unskilled laborers come at the factory gate daily as per requirement, but this is temporary method. Then colleges and universities, as you know, this is very good and convenient source of recruitment. You can go to the college or universities, and you will find young, qualified, knowledgeable students. Okay, this is also very convenient method. Then professional and technical institutes, here professionals and technical personnel or technical specialists are recruited, like IIMs or IITs or CAs candidates are considered here. Labor unions means the unions of labor, they record the data of candidates who are interested in recruitment, and this data is forwarded to the organization. Then friends and relatives of existing employees. So the people who are working already in the organization, we can ask them, if suppose you are having some friends or relatives, you can inform them that we are having vacancies in your organization. So this is also very inexpensive method. Waiting list means candidates goes to the companies and send application even there is no advertisement, so from that file we can get the data of the candidate. So these are some methods, that is sources of recruitment. So that means how you are going to attract the applicants for your organization. The next is recruitment process. So what is the process of recruitment? There are 5 steps. Step 1 is define the job and job requirements. Okay, first is you have to define the job, what type of jobs are required in in my organization. For example, I want one HR manager, and one assistant HR manager, one accountant, one senior accountant, one financial manager, etc. Define jobs, and as per the jobs you are defining job requirements. How many persons are needed there, means how many HR managers should be there, how many accountants should be there, how many workers on daily wages. So these are you have to define here. Then search the potential employees with necessary qualification. Now from the sources you are going to advertisement, or you are going to use other methods of recruitment, and you will get many applications through this method. So you have to search the potential employees with necessary qualification. Now you have defined the job and job requirements. So as per the job requirements, what qualifications I need for that post. For example, I want accountant, so my necessary qualification for that post is the person should completed his BCom graduation, or MCom graduation, or he should have some experience regarding accounting. He should be aware about the Tally software, or he should know all the banking transactions, or about PF, or how to calculate the salaries of the employees. These are necessary qualification are required for that job. So you are going to have that qualification, or you have to state that qualifications as per the job requirement. Then step 3 is receiving and screening the application. So through the sources you are going to receive number of applicants or number of applications. You are going to screen that. Screen means as per requirement you are going to compare your these applications. Means I have listed the qualifications, and now by these applications I am going to compare whether there is a match or not, and if there is match, then I am going to screen it. I am going to shortlist the applications. Then selecting and posting the candidates. Suppose there are 100 applications come, okay, and as per the necessary qualification and job requirement, I have selected 10 application, I have shortlisted 10. So I am going to ask them for interview, and then I am going to select that person from 10 only. One best right person for the right job I am going to select and post him for the candidate. Then induction, evaluation and control. Induction is the process of recruitment, the last process. Induction means after the placement of the employee, you are going to introduce him with all the employees. Okay, induction. Evaluation, you are going to evaluate his performance and control. Means suppose he is not working as per the requirement, you are going to measure his performance. You are going to train him, and you have to utilize his skill and knowledge in efficient and effective manner. So these are the steps in recruitment process. I hope you understood the concept of recruitment and the sources of recruitment. uh, so I hope you have cleared these concepts. Thank you so much.